Yo, what is up there? It is your boy here with Raw Day Trading, Nick Bruner, and I am here to share with you what a crazy freaking day today was. I am sitting up $2 flat on the day after losing $500 in a split second on a bad trade, and I was rocked emotionally, just rocked. Not because of the size of the loss. The size of the loss was like about average, but because I am in a string of just trading that is not effective. And good news, today I think I found something that I've been doing differently recently that I haven't been doing before. Two things: bigger size, and then the second thing was taking these massive flushes, and then trying to trade them, and then getting one either chopped out on them like I did on Friday, or getting just bid dropped like I did today on it, and basically buying too early, I guess. And those are the two things that I've been doing differently. But I'm going to keep the size, and I'm going to stop doing the massive flushes, especially because most of them are below VWAP. They're not into anything significant, or take that back. The one today, it was into this. Let's just bring up the chart real quick. It was into this. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Okay. It was GNLN into the 200 SMA EMA on the daily right here, and I was trading it in this zone here, and it was coming along, trying to take it for a curl. And to be fair, look at the volume. Less than 250,000 shares on a 500K float. This thing was all over the place. It was wonky. And then this happens. I buy here at $8 as it dips below, kind of finds a second of support down here, but then the bid drops to 7.5 and I cut it instantly. It does end up rebounding, sort of, but not really. I don't think I would have got out for a profit there. I might have been able to mitigate the loss, but that's countered against the increased risk of holding longer, maybe into a halt down. And now we're going to go look at video footage of this specific trade. But first we're going to watch the open, we're going to watch a halt resumption, and then we're going to jump into this, and then maybe we can get into some of the latter day footage that I kept turning on and off the camera for, off the screen recording for, because I wasn't quite sure if something was going. I didn't want to just like pile in video footage for no reason. And so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to put this back over. It was a day. Couple things that I did really well today. I stayed out of the way. I recognized how volatile GNLN was. I was trying to play it, but I saw it just wasn't trading in a way that I found that I could take advantage of. Like it was super volatile. And the one trade I did take it, or the couple trades I did take on it, were high risk trades, decent size. I had 1,000 shares, and they were not very profitable, as you can see. But other stock, PSIG, came in, and it was a little bit more intellectually manageable because the size was smaller and I understood the action a little bit better. It also seemed like it had more volume. I don't know the exact volume numbers on the day at the moment, um, but I do remember it was like over 100K volume into the later day, and it was going strong. Where GNLN probably, like, it was just ripping into the late day. I actually didn't take advantage of any of this. I still, it was like it stung me already, and I didn't want to take advantage of it, so I just kept trading PSIG. I didn't want to take a risk. It was just really wide spreads. I traded a couple times with 100 shares as it got up higher, but I really took the foot off the gas. I really didn't trust it, and I feel like I may have missed the boat on that, and I'm still working on. I'm still working on really dialing into those, and I'll do better in the future. Um, but because I was down 500 and then I got back to break even, I decided in the last while this was running in the last half hour that I was not going to trade it. I'm okay with that decision. I got myself back to flat with some solid setup, some very patient trading. I feel like if I wouldn't have taken that loss, I would have had a little bit more confidence in the day, and I would have taken more risk, and I could have been up a decent amount. But with the way things went, I am totally okay with being more conservative. I generally tend to make more money when I'm conservative, just overall, and I generally tend to lose money when I trade setups that are out of my wheelhouse. Um, so yeah, that's just where I'm at the moment. So getting into video, it says I'll show you my uh, right here GNLN down 491, 500 of that was that trade that I showed you initially, and then PSIG up 508, and that after fees net it out to $2 in winnings. All right, this might PSIG looks like it might be interesting for later today, later in the evening actually, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. I'll keep that open just in case. I don't think I'm going to trade it, but I'm really curious to see what happens. Getting into video. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. First off, we have the open. And GNLN, it's queuing up here. I actually don't remember if GNLN was a. I don't think it's a bio. Oh, it had an offering. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm actually going to stand up for this one. It's bio adjacent. Okay. And so the pattern that we've been recognizing the last couple days, actually last couple months, bios run up into the pre-market, into the open, have a sort of consolidation phase, and then fail. And having that, we'll open this up one more time. So knowing that, looking at this, I was super cautious going into it. It's a $9 stock. And let's just see how it moves here. I really wasn't focused on anything else. Honestly, I just didn't see anything off the top that looked good. PSIG, the one that actually did go, it had done this downward momentum the entire morning, and I was like, maybe it finds a bid, maybe finds some buyers, but I'm not counting on it. Then MGOL, wasn't even looking at it. It was just up from from Friday. So GNLN here. Oh, neighbor. All right, so 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. Let's see how it goes. There's one opportunity I saw. Which was. So let me zoom this in, make sure this is zoomed in here. All right. This is level 2 for GNLN. This is the chart, the 1 minute, and the 5 minute here. All right. So maybe right there was the opportunity. You buy there. And the 30s ish. Holding. Sketchily holding. Still sketchily holding. This thing moves quick. I didn't do it. I didn't take it. And maybe cutting right there. That was one of the opportunities. I think it does get above 10. Yeah. Okay. So it's not having that explosion. I'm looking for just a total rocket. And right now what it's showing me is it's consolidating underneath. It's basically doing like a short-term consolidation underneath these levels. I do expect a back check high and then a reversal, which is I think what happens. But I could be wrong. I don't have enough faith in it to actually take a position. I am just watching it. And PSIG, I end up putting the chart up over here, and so you can see the 5 minute, but I haven't quite got into it. Right now I'm actively searching for other things to trade because this is not the type of action that I like. One, the price is really high, and the spreads like skip around a lot. It's just not what I'm looking for. So not saying you can't give opportunity, but to me it looks like it's going down. Yeah, it's still holding underneath these levels. We get a little slap back here. Nothing. And this was kind of rare. Like you generally see at least something. Even 4 minutes in, attempt to make a high here that didn't happen, and so in that reason, it's a little bit of a funny open. I switch over to this stock OGEN, and it does start to try to go, but I actually don't take any trades on it. Or it already kind of went. Oh, and there's GNLN spike high. Let's see. Let's watch it one more time. 72, 66, 70, 80, 80, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, but immediately back to 940. And that is some big volatility. So like if you had 1,000 shares on that, you could have got out for 700, you could have got out for flat, you could have been holding here and gotten just riding it all the way down. So that's that back check. All right. OGEN. I'll move my, sorry, I keep hitting the wrong. There we go. OGEN. I'm watching this now, this one over here. It is, I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. It does end up take an opportunity, but it does look at that kind of, it's pretty decent volatility. I try to take a position down there. I don't get filled. It actually goes probably off my order. Goes pretty high. It is only 1 million shares of volume. So yeah, nothing amazing there. Just gonna skip ahead here a little bit. Now we're back to PSIG, and I think I start taking positions here. Waiting to test low here. Waiting to test low. Ooh, I get filled at 56. That was higher than I expected. I remember that trade. I was like, ugh. Yeah. So I bought after the kind of glitch higher. Not glitch, but like tick higher. Very reactive buying, not really what I want to be doing. I want to be buying in anticipation of these moves, but I'm also on the bid. So it is not ideal either way. I probably would have been getting filled at a similar price had I just bought at 55 because of slippage and because it's such a low flow. So I buy there, and I'm actually really treading carefully from what I remember. I have flat, 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 nothing meaningful, nothing meaningful, nothing meaningful, and I'm kind of just like I'm not seeing what I want today. OGEN. I bring up OGEN again, and then yeah, nada. PSIG is back up. I only took 2 trades on it. I'm just but it keeps going higher. Why don't I take these positions? I forgot why I wasn't trading it as actively. I know I'm seeing here that it's hit 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and this is its 5th time at this level of like 170. In my head, I'm like, it's probably going to 175, but I don't have the cojones to hold 3,000 shares down to like, maybe if it retests 50 or something or 55. So I don't want to buy at 67. And I also let's watch how this moves. It's kind of at the high. Like I don't want to get flipped out like the people who bought up here last time. And so I'm holding back. I'm kind of like biding my time here. And I think I hold a little bit too long. I hold back a little bit too long, and I think I missed opportunities I could have had. But given what this 5 minute is looking like right here, let me just pause this and show you. You really, what it is you really have a lot of rejections here, and a lot of people taking position selling, probably short. So that could be either that means it's going to be heightened volatility both ways to me. It could be a good thing if it gets above and holds. It could be a bad thing if it flips and reverses off of it. And sometimes when I try to time the market too precisely, I miss it, and I I think I'm okay with that at this point in my life. Between the two, missing the blow up to 75 with a higher risk, or taking it and getting shot, or getting it, I kind of saw those all to have equal opportunities. Like maybe a 30% chance if I started taking positions here that I would get to 75. It looked like a 30% chance that I would miss that um, I would get in and maybe it would fail, and then a 30% chance that I could misread it and it could go to 75, but I could chop myself out a little bit prematurely and mismanage the trade, and it goes anyways. And so that's always another risk. There is, if you don't know. Let me just take this time to say, day trading this is not advice, and rephrase that last statement. If I don't know where it's going a little bit better than 30%, there's a risk that I mismanage the trade on my end, even though I have a good idea of where it's going. I just don't know the timings or the positioning that I need well enough, and I mismanage it, and then it goes anyways. And that, just by experience, it's been a risk for me, and so that's also what I try to account for. So the three risks, right? Okay, moving on. Let's see this. And then I got into this mode where I just started looking to buy the bids. That was not appropriate for this stock. I was looking for a blowout, and in order to get the blowout, it'd probably be done by the time I get that. And that was a mistake if trying to buy the bids on such tight spread. On GNLN, however, trying to buy the bids on that might have been more helpful. So I guess I think the spread is the difference. Okay, no, I'm going to try it out for next trading week or so. Spread is difference between buy, bid, or market, and also slip is a factor. These are just notes I write myself so I can remember things that I'm thinking later on, and then take appropriate actions to adjust. Okay, so I try to take look at that rookie move. I actually think I sent that. Could be wrong, but I think I sent that flying when I tried to buy the bid. I should have been buying right here. Okay, so I try to buy the bid. I don't get filled. The stock goes without me. I get the information from the market that I might want to buy. But now I'm like, I'm not going to buy into 75, which is totally fair. And I stay out of the way. And I just let the stock do its thing. Now, looking back on this, how would I have traded this differently? I miss it. I let it go. I know I would have got in the high 60s after it hesitated a little bit to break down. I think when it dips down here to the VWAP, I think it dips the VWAP. Another one of my drawbacks is sometimes I try to be too precise. There we go. Here's a little bit of a pullback. This looks like a stuffing candle to me, where there's just so many buyers stuffed into it, so many sellers that it's just highly pressurized. For me, it usually goes down, so I kind of just like let that be. But this time, looks like it's holding. Looks like it's holding. But I'm still trying to buy the bid. I should be buying right here. And I'd be thinking about selling because it's hesitating. And I'd be selling right here. Yeah. So that's part of it. It's like that risk of like buying at the highs, having it dip down here. Okay, what if I buy when it breaks this? Right here. Oh, I'd be buying at 77. See, it's hard. It's hard. It's like, okay, maybe right here. No, but that'd be like it. Huh. See, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure here because it seems to keep creeping lower. One of my main things that I have noticed is when stuff creeps lower, it usually flushes lower. And so it's not flushing now. There's bids coming in. Buy. Sell. And I would have just chopped it. Like I would have given another $20 back. And so, yeah, and it really does look like it's about to fail. GNLN looks like it might be a good buy here. I don't think I'd take it though. Okay. Okay, so now the 1 minute does start to turn around here. Yep, GNLN goes a little bit. Okay. So this 5 minute just closes. I'm looking up here. I'm thinking it's a high volume. I don't think it's going to hold. So this is what's going through my mind. And so I'm just kind of at a stymie. And I think even if it were to come out of this, which it does, I don't think I would change my, looking back on this, I don't think I would change my sentiment. So let's skip forward a little bit. Okay, keeps going higher. Keeps going higher. There's money on the sidelines watching this for sure. It's early in the day. 10 o'clock hours around the corner. It's like, is it going to reverse? Shorts are like, we're in here. We're built into this at the lower price. They're probably in here. And I'm trying to get a sneaky position, but it's a kind of warning sign for shorts is about to happen here as this candle closes. It's a second green candle reversing that downtrend that everyone thought was going to die. Buying right there would be the move. Holding. Oh, there's some sellers. Oh, they're breaking. It's kind of cheating because I know what happens. Holding. Oh, keeps going higher. Boom, selling. I'd be selling right under 2 in an ideal world. But this is not an ideal world. Let's take a step back and revisit this trade, this dip here, to see how it actually proceeded. Okay, this is GNLN. It's going higher. It's running into this level. Oh, it just totally flashes low here. Okay, so where would I try to get in? sell. I mean, that would be a sick trade. That would be a sweet trade. If I could do that with 1,000 shares, it's 500, easily $600 right there. Yeah, that was nar. Let's watch that one more time. So I think this is what I was thinking when I was thinking of the last trade I did. And the reason I think this might have worked out and the other one didn't work out, probably volume. Probably volume, time of day, and what it's going into. It's going into this ascending or descending support here in this trend line. And you probably have a ton of attention on it. So people waiting, keeps creeping lower, buy. Oh, sell. Yeah, crazy. Anyways, yeah, so that one had volume. It had volume going up, volume coming down, and it had a clear level of support. PSIG keeps going. I don't think I traded much of it. I do want to get, yeah, it goes into a halt. 10:08 comes out of the halt, so we're going to fast forward to that and watch this halt resumption because I do take a quick position on it. Yeah, let's look here. Okay, so it's halted up. I'm like, wow, just amazing. I was watching it in the 70s. It kind of does its creeping thing. I don't take any positions. Apparently, I'm a little gun shy today. Never a good thing to be gun shy in trading. Because you end up funneling too much size into one setup you think is fantastic. Like in my experience, one setup I think is good. Funnel size into it because you're being very specific, but I usually end up waiting too long to hold night, and then it's usually not a great setup. But anyways, coming to the open here of this halt, we have 4:30, 5, 6, 7, 7:40. All right. Watching this level 2 down here. This is the chart right here, PSIG. 10 seconds to go. I'm queued up, 2,000 shares. I'm like, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Bye. Nice. And nothing. So, was that good? Here's what I saw. Before, this is like maybe 15 seconds before, it's holding above. The imbalance is creeping higher. I'm like, probably for a shot higher. And so I wait for the open, buy immediately, kind of creeps higher, I sell immediately, flat trade, whatever. And I honestly don't think anything of it. I think it was the right move to sell immediately. I don't know if it was just like a knee-jerk reaction or if I actually did have any good instincts in that that were active. But that's that. So now let's fast forward to kind of do a little preview there. This is, I start trading GNLN in a more aggressive manner. I'm like, all right, this thing looks like now's the time it wants to take a shot at 10. It's really crazy how far it's actually come. Sorry, I don't mean to be jarring in this. I just gotta arrange just so we see it. Okay, so GNLN. I take one trade. I have like half size on. It's 10:09. It still hasn't tested high. It hasn't died either. It's low volume. It's going to be the close of the 5-minute here in a second, and the 10-minute. Blah blah blah. I'm thinking it has opportunity to go higher, and I'm trying to anticipate that. Okay. So this is me trying to anticipate it. Okay, 60. Okay, buy there at 861. 861. Okay. Buy at 861. Get filled. And I'm expecting rip to the 80s immediately. I see 62, 59, hesitation right before the 5-minute close. I don't want a part of that. I cut it. And then I'm looking to get back in, but I'm like, I don't know, right? So far that was a good. I would call that an okay trade. Wasn't the best, but it was okay. And then it goes, checks high here at the bid. The bid pops up. Oh, and then it just like flushes. Now I was a little late here. If I would have got in here, it would have been better, but it also could have kept going lower. So I wait a second. Buyers come in. I come in. And that bid is tight. That bid is right there. It's tight. I get filled. Immediately the bid disappears. I hold too long. Oh, I don't notice this. I don't notice the holding too long. I don't remember this. But easily held too long. And I'm cutting for such a annoying loss. And it's actually right into support there. All right, so let's restudy this. Okay, pops up, I buy. I should have sold. Should have sold. Okay. And I think that's why I don't. It's just so quick. Okay, I gotta repractice this. And it's so early in the morning on the Pacific Coast. I don't. Okay, I think the dip was good. Good dip. Big fan of the dip. Buy. Sell. So instead of losing 200, I lose 500, which compared to where it went after that was a blessing. But we'll take a quick break, go to the bathroom here. I had opportunity to cut there. Why I don't cut is because it's hard for me to practice, and I must practice these situations. And it's also like sometimes these stocks will do these things where they kind of like hesitate for a second and then they end up going. So I think that's what I was expecting, and I didn't want to lose $200 right off the bat, so I lost 500. Anyways, that's okay. That's okay. Let's repractice this. People say I gotta buy. So yeah, that little creep lower. Okay. I think I can get these. I really do think I can get these. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It's interesting. I would have been down about the same amount if I did that. Okay. I'm just practicing this a couple times in a row to make sure I get my instincts a little more tuned into how these things move and how to do the safe buy. So, oh, because I'm like focused on one thing and not the other. Okay. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So, I'm trading them totally wrong, I guess, in real life. Interesting note too is today GNLN and PSIG were pretty correlated in interesting times. Like one would flush and the other would flush, or one would rip and the other would start moving. It was very sometimes it's inversely correlated where if you have one small cap going, people ignore it, and then the other small cap fails. Today it was more like everyone was like trading the sympathy because GNLN was wacky. Just one more time here. Okay, can you practice with me? Buy, sell, buy, sell. Waiting because I lost. Buy, sell. Okay, cool. And then that wraps that for now. Um, what do I want? Let's go to this last one. I think this last video will have. So 1524, I have the best. Wow, this is just like such a massive sell off out of nowhere. This was crazy. I was looking at this to buy it. This is PSIG. It was doing this consolidation thing near the high. It already had like kind of rebounded from the lows, and it just like evaporated, teleported, whatever you want to call it. It dipped low. It dipped way low. Yeah, and I had nothing to do with that. I swear Ma didn't sell it. Okay. Go. And then it just like recovers like that. And this is the same time GNLN is moving up. And at this point, I've got my I've kind of cut my loss down to 160, and I'm just being very careful because this is usually how I operate when, at least when I take L's that are fast and unexpected and um, emotionally is I just slow the fuck down, you know. Uh, Looking at this chart, I'm like kind of bummed that I had a dentist appointment in the morning at 10:30 Pacific time because nothing really. Well, at least the big moves didn't happen till power hour, I guess, or later in the day, or some of the big moves. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be fine. There was plenty of shit going on in the morning. Anyways, uh, so going to 1524 and GNLN ripping. We might even go back through that and do some mock trades. But this one, it had already tried to die twice, rebounded twice, and I'm like, yo, this could go. This could go, given the sentiment, given the late afternoon push from GNLN, being that it's kind of correlated and GNLN's not failing totally. I'm like, I think traders are gonna jump in on this, and so I'm kind of queued up here with decent size. It's on the towards the higher end of my range, 3,000 share position, um, and it's not that I'm trying to get aggressive. It's just that I'm trying to keep my size higher so I get more comfortable with higher size. It's not like these are fantastic areas to trade, in my opinion. I just think that if I'm going to trade, I need to be trading with um, a size that's fitting to where I want to be, and which is bigger than where I'm trading now. And so, like, once I got out of once I kind of like I was down to down $100, and I'm like, that's fine. Even down the $500 was fine for me. And I was like, this I got to get back on track. Try to be proactive. And so this trade happens, and I'm watching it. It's kind of going sideways. Definitely could fail. But what was notable about this to me is that it had tapped 250 1, 2, 3, 4 times. One's just 49, just run it under, and then like multiple other times it kind of hinted at it wanted to tap, like, and it got to like 46, 48. Double tapped here, and I was like, pretty sure this wants to hit 250. Pretty sure. I think it wants to like break above it, maybe reverse. And so I think that it'd be a safe bet for me in any chance that if it starts making a push that way, I could probably ride that for a little bit. And I think that's what happens here. And so I'm watching it. My hand is on the buy button, and I'm just waiting, like a tiger in the grass. And I buy there. I think I get filled. At 40. Uh, 234.8, so 235, and this isn't even like a big trade. This is just decently bigger size than I've been. Like, I was trading with 2,000 shares, and now it's 3,000 shares, and it's also a breakout. And so I'm like not very trustworthy of it, but I'm like, let's see what it does. And I take it out at 238.6, which is three and a half cents. And that put me green on the day. Were I in a different position and were earlier in the day, I would have been more aggressive here. But being that I had being that the last week I had one day where I made $14, and the rest of the day I just bled out. Or the rest of the week I just bled out to be down 7, and I was down 500, and today, and then dropped to break even. I was like, well, it's 3:30. It's a good time for me to walk away. So that's what I did. I watched it for a little bit longer. It ended up going. GNLN ended up going. And I just decided to go dive into a rabbit hole and distract myself on Twitter or whatever. And that's how I got back to green. And I will not do a shoulda, woulda, coulda because it's not accurate. It doesn't matter. I played skillfully on PSIG. I played stupid smart on GNLN, where I was smart and stupid at the same time. And I think, and then net I was break even on the day, and I'm gonna watch this for a second because I think I walked away. I think I was just like, whoa, okay, gotta go. Let's actually rewatch that from the beginning. Oh, it just keeps going. Yeah, I almost took another position. Oh, nice. I think we should practice that. Yeah. Okay, so it's going. I cut it. Perfect cut. Pops up high. Go. Oh, it's holding steady. Cut. Oh, and then it goes high. How would I play that to where I can take advantage of more? Buy. 40 cut. It was 41 buy. 48. 7 cut. Buy again. Cut. Okay. That would be on the higher end of aggression if I traded that kind of cadence, tapping the highs as they creep. Again, it's a really risky way to go about it. This singular candle has all the volume, like it has like a whole bunch of volume, and usually those candles get reversed. And so I am totally okay not having traded that or having cut early. But it's kind of holding here, so maybe buy. Ooh. So I would have got out of the bid, which would have been break even. Annoying. The emotions of day trading. Yeah. Buy. Oh, this could be gnarly. Go. Sell. Okay. That would have been another kind of close to break even trade. Maybe a small loss. With the risk to be a big loss. Anyways, let's see what it does after this. Yeah, this is normal. This is all normal action. And then I actually failed to videotape the rest of that, which is a kind of annoying on my part because that would have been nice to trade, to mock trade with the GNLN. I think I can adjust. Okay. Adjust the screen timeout. Yeah, I need to adjust the lock screen because if I have the camera on, it'd be nice to videotape that. But that'll go into my highlight reel for myself. Something I can watch later. Remind myself there are trades that do work. There are trades that don't work, and I can improve on both of those. Anyways, that's been my review today. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with me. Um, like and subscribe if you want to hear some more blathering nonsense from some raw, unfiltered day trading thoughts. And day trading is risky. I don't recommend it to you. This is not financial advice. I am not your daddy. I will not tell you to buy or sell anything. I merely just share stuff about my experience for prosperity, posterity, and you good people. Thank you for coming in, and mind your risk because you're an adult. Bonjour.